Storm Elias has been battering central Greece. Torrential rains have damaged roads, flooded homes and brought down power lines. The European Union has promised emergency funding to help Greece rebuild following a summer of wildfires and floods.
Storm Elias unleashed a deluge that dumped several months' worth of rain in less than a day, wreaking havoc just weeks after Storm Daniel claimed the lives of 17 people in the southern European nation. Villages were submerged, roads turned into rivers, and schools had to shut down in various municipalities. Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis swiftly mobilized state emergency services and the military to bolster defenses, especially in the vulnerable northern Thessaly region. Many people lost everything like this farmer. He is one of the few people still living here after these, and he's trying to cleaning up. He said, "I was born here in 1963, and I grew up in this house, so I won't leave this place. Now it's all destroyed, but I will rebuild my place as soon as possible." The Greek fire service heroically evacuated over 3,000 people to safer locations as the weather took a turn for the worse. The European Severe Weather Database, ESWD, reported that a month's worth of rain fell within 24 hours, with more precipitation on the horizon as the storm was predicted to persist through Thursday, accompanied by heavy rain, hail, and thunder, as indicated by Greece's meteorological service. Central Greece bore the brunt of this storm, still reeling from the aftermath of Daniel, which battered the country in early September, causing significant damage to critical infrastructure, submerging villages, and claiming the lives of at least 17 people. Among the hardest-hit areas was the port city of Volos in Thessaly, which endured the wrath of both storms. During Daniel, Volos experienced over 10 times its average September rainfall, while Elias flooded roads near the port, prompting Greek police to ban traffic circulation in the city as a precaution. According to ESWD and the World Meteorological Organization, Volos saw a staggering 298 millimeters, 11.7 inches, of rainfall in a 14-hour period from Elias, more than 8 times the city's September average.
So we talked to residents of Volos earlier, and they told us that the amount of water that they've seen and that is washing away the city since early this afternoon is nothing in comparison. Is more, when you compare it to Storm Daniel only 3 weeks ago. Yeah. People are trapped in their houses without electricity for hours now, 4 or 5 hours. They're without electricity. We've heard 80% of the city is without electricity. Water is coming out of the ceiling inside the houses. And people try to communicate to tell each other if they're safe. And the only thing they told us they can do right now is really hope for this to stop. And also they told us they are tired because it's only 3 weeks. So they living this whole drama again.
Scientists warn that these extreme weather events, impacting nations worldwide, may become increasingly common as the climate crisis accelerates, putting immense pressure on governments to be prepared. The floods caused by Storm Daniel, which followed devastating wildfires in Greece, are believed to be linked to climate change, according to Greek Environment Minister Theodoro Skilikakis. Greece had just experienced its warmest summer on record, creating the conditions for this extraordinary meteorological occurrence. Since Storm Elias struck on Wednesday afternoon, over 250 people have been evacuated from the affected areas. The fire brigade has been working tirelessly, receiving over 1,200 calls for help. The worst damage has been reported in Volos and northern parts of the nearby island of Eva, which is particularly susceptible to flooding due to the massive wildfires it endured 2 years ago. Water levels rose rapidly in the city and its suburbs, and nearby streams overflowed, exacerbating the flooding. Military and municipal crews scrambled to assist in flooded areas, even resorting to using dinghies and excavator buckets to rescue flood victims. Residents like 83-year-old Apostolos Teferis were left in disbelief as floodwaters inundated their homes. Teferis, who has lived in Volos since 1955, remarked that he had never seen anything like it. The European Union has pledged over €2 billion in financial support to Greece to aid in coping with the damage caused by summer wildfires and ongoing floods. Athens is also renegotiating the terms of other aid packages to allocate funds towards climate change adaptation. The situation remains perilous, and the Greek government has declared climate adaptation a top national priority. As extreme weather events continue to pummel Greece and nations worldwide, the need for robust civil protection measures and climate adaptation strategies is more critical than ever. Prime Minister Mitsotakis emphasized the urgency of integrating civil protection into their response, recognizing that adaptation to the climate crisis must be at the forefront of their policies.